Now, it's clear, it's Europe that needs Africa. Here's what's happening on the ground. Inflation. The mineral shortage is pushing up production costs across the board, from electronics to cars to construction. Those costs are hitting consumers hard. Job losses. Auto factories in Germany, aerospace plants in France, and electronics manufacturers across the EU are cutting jobs as raw materials run short. Trade deficit growth. The EU is paying more for fewer resources from alternative suppliers, widening its trade imbalance. This isn't just an economic headache, it's a structural vulnerability that can't be fixed in months. It could take years to rebuild stable supply chains. Eat Africa's gains, a new power dynamic. While the EU struggles, Africa's resource-rich nations are gaining higher revenues from selling to Asia at premium prices. More political leverage in global forums like the African Union and BRICS+. Infrastructure growth as China and Russia pour investment into ports, roads, and refineries. For the first time in modern history, African states are holding real negotiating power over Europe, not the other way around. The West's desperate moves? France and the EU aren't just watching from the sidelines, they're scrambling, sending diplomatic missions to repair ties with African governments they alienated, offering better trade terms and development aid in exchange for renewed mineral access, exploring mining expansion in Greenland, Canada, and Australia. But these projects take a decade or more to develop. Some analysts warn that covert political interference in Africa, the kind we saw during the Cold War, could make a comeback. Western powers look to undermine governments blocking their access. The road ahead. What this means for global power. If Europe fails to restore access to African minerals in the next 5 to 10 years, here's what's likely. Permanent loss of industrial competitiveness in key sectors like EVs, aerospace, and defense. Greater dependence on China for processed minerals, effectively outsourcing the green transition to Beijing. Shift in global leadership toward a more multipolar world, with Africa, Asia, and the Middle East setting the terms of trade. France, once the dominant force in West Africa, could become just another player negotiating from a position of weakness rather than control. For decades, Europe thought Africa needed them. Now, it's clear, it's Europe that needs Africa. And Africa has decided the rules have changed. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button, share it with someone who still thinks Africa is just a developing region, and subscribe for more deep dives into the shifting balance of global power. Because trust me, this is only the beginning.